Managing a budget can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. I've found that the most effective way to manage my budget is to break it down into simple, actionable steps. First, I track my income and expenses meticulously. I use a budgeting app that allows me to categorize my spending. This way, I can see exactly where my money is going each month. Next, I set clear financial goals. Whether it's saving for a vacation, paying off debt, or building an emergency fund, having specific targets gives me something to work towards. I make sure these goals are realistic and time-bound. For instance, I might aim to save a certain amount each month for a trip I want to take in a year. Once I have my goals in place, I create a budget plan. I allocate my income into different categories: essentials like rent and groceries, savings, and discretionary spending. I always prioritize my needs over my wants. It's tempting to splurge on that new gadget or dining out, but I remind myself of my goals. I also practice the 50/30/20 rule, which has been a game changer for me. 50% of my income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. This simple formula keeps my spending in check while still allowing me to enjoy life. Another key strategy is to review my budget regularly. At the end of each month, I sit down and analyze my spending. Did I stick to my budget? Where did I overspend? This reflection helps me adjust my budget for the next month and keeps me accountable. I also find it helpful to automate my savings. I set up automatic transfers to my savings account right after I get paid. This way, I'm less tempted to spend that money. Out of sight, out of mind, right? And let's not forget about the power of cutting unnecessary expenses. I've learned to identify subscriptions I don't use or services I can live without. It's amazing how much you can save by simply reevaluating your spending habits. Lastly, I celebrate small wins. If I hit a savings milestone or stick to my budget for a month, I treat myself to something small, maybe a nice dinner or a movie night. This keeps me motivated and reinforces positive behavior. Managing a budget isn't just about restricting yourself. It's about making informed choices that align with your financial goals. By tracking my expenses, setting clear goals, and regularly reviewing my budget, I've found a system that works for me. It takes some discipline, but the peace of mind that comes with financial stability is worth it.